It's that time, everybody. Friday challenges amongst us. The Friday challenge of this week was you must have built 3 of each unit your race can build. That only excludes changeling and hallucinations. Other than that, 3 of every type of unit, including the Archons. And we will get this baby going. In the upper left-hand corner, playing as the Red Zerg. Time for the cow team. It is M0oO. Aliwia will be playing for Team M0oO as the Red Zerg. In the bottom left-hand corner, representing myself apparently again, which I do appreciate, it is SONTHEEVES for Team tractorchute there. He'll be playing as the blue Protoss. We have a checklist below me here, so we will keep an eye on this baby to make sure he gets 3 of every type of unit, as he does look like he is going to start off with that nice little scout to get this baby going. Should be a half-decent game here. These are 2 Gold League players. SONTHEEVES does play Diamond normally, but he's playing on an off server, I guess, to make it life a little bit easier on him for the challenge here. Do have an Overlord scouting for Aliwia. I'm just going to call it Ali because that is such a weird name to say. He'll be scouting to the wrong corner to start this map, but it's just an Overlord. It's not going to hurt him at all because he sent a drone the right direction. Drone sees the base. Apparently that's all you want to see. I always wonder when people scout to find where their opponent is. Some people scout just to see where they are. You can see that did look like a 6 pool that went down. I wasn't paying an over a lot of attention, but based on the timing I can see there, does look like a 6 pool. And SONTHEEVES, he supports my decision. He says, why cheese? Well, the 6 pool will go off here. Of course, he did leave right away after seeing the base. He just wanted to know where the opponent is. And he says he's bored. But now that you have been scouted out, you're almost wasting your time trying it, I would say, because most people are going to be able to fend that off, especially if you're at least gold or higher. I can see bronze or silver still not being able to fend it after seeing it, although some of them can. I will give them that. But at the same time, if you're gold or higher, 9 times out of 10, you get scouted like that and get told through the chat it's not even worth an attempt, but he doesn't care. He's going to attempt it anyways. We'll see how SONTHEEVES reacts to this here with the 1 gateway on the field here. He does have that going down here, so I would have to imagine we may see either a forge or maybe a little bit of a wall, or I'm not too sure how he's going to fend it, to be honest with you, but the 6 dogs are going to come across the map. So we are going to find out fairly quick here how he determines he wants to do this here. And his choice is going to be just to build standard here. So looks like he will be doing a little bit of micro work here with his probe count there, just to make sure that he can get them out of the way here. Second pylon does finish up here. Cybercore will go, so SONTHEEVES not changing anything up by no means. He will just use his pure skill to fend this off here. Here comes 4 dogs. 2 are lagging behind. They must be poodles. They're not all that fast. They come in the background here, and here we go. Let's hit the mineral line, my good man. It's exactly what's going to happen here. No, he's actually going to go for the Cybercore. I lied to you. Everybody's coming off the line trying to get a surround on the dogs. Or, nope, there they are. Yes, they are trying to get a surround on the dogs. You take 2 out at the top there. Very, very well done. But he is continuing this here. A lot of dogs coming down the map here. Not too bad there. They will continue to try and beat down everything they can there. And I don't know if it's going to work overly well, but will basically piss SONTHEEVES off. He's wasting a lot of his micro, wasting a lot of his mining time here. So, and is he actually going to continue? I was going to say he is going to continue, but does look like he has stopped production on those dogs finally here. Figures he's got enough down there. 2 more are coming in here. And he's trying to do it one more time here, trying to get back to him. Mothership Core comes out, and of course that would be the standard choice to fend this off. I guess I could have predicted that, but either way, does get it fended off there. Very well done by SONTHEEVES, and he has given up on that. Has an Overlord flying in the base. That Overlord will sit around there for a little bit. I have to imagine a Stalker is going to come out right behind this Zealot, and we could take our count to 1 Zealot so far here. This will be number 2 hitting the field here. Once he gets 3 on the field, I will check it off on my list here to keep a good count going here, if I could find my pen. But either way, I'm sure I'll get it before he ends up getting this all wrapped up here. So we are going to get this baby going up in here with the hatchery here. Finally looking at the expansion here. Very, very smart move by Ali by not pursuing the full game of sending dogs down the map here. Marsh, of course, is going to sit above the Zealots, basically coach them on what he wants them to do. And we'll sit back and relax while everybody macros up here. Other than that, I do have a few more to go up today for the Friday Challenger. I will have the announcement at the end of the day, so keep an eye out for that video if you're looking to get on the Friday Challenge leaderboard, test your skill, and see what kind of scoring you can get out of me. Shouldn't be too bad of a game on this one here. I do like PVZ. It is a decent matchup here. He does spit out 6 more dogs just to keep map control. I would have to imagine nice and early here. Don't think he had any gas and miners there. No, he doesn't at all here. Did get enough, though, although to get out his metabolic boost there, and there we go, droning up like crazy here. Another Overlord coming out here, sending those dogs out here. SONTHEEVES does run through him with the 2 Zealots here, so Zealots I do believe did scout that out there, so very well done by SONTHEEVES. and he will be awaiting the arrival one more time here. Some more dogs coming down the map here. 6 dogs shouldn't be able to do a whole heck of a lot there, but Mothership Core and 2 Zealots are going to try and keep the pressure on. And as you can see, he does have the drone transfer going on over there. And here we are, back in the base one more time. Of course, he's got no Mothership Core this time to fend this off here. Would have to imagine he might want to be looking to get a stalker out here to at least help this, but he's actually going to try and go for the hatchery here, or at least go for the drones there. And we'll attack the hatchery a bit. There are a few more drones coming out here. We'll try and get up here. We do see the spine crawlers going down with the roach warren as well here. Queen's going to work on the Zealots there. They will kill him. Remember, you do not have to keep all 3 of each unit alive at one point in time. As long as you get them built at some point in time during this game, you will be quite fine there. He's going to work on that spine car truck. Gets the cancel on it. Very well done there. We'll go for the second one there. Does get the cancel on that one. Sorry, I don't think he canceled the first one, but they do get the surround on the Zealots there. Will be very close. Does actually end up killing the Zealots off there, but the Mothership Core will continue to harass. Of course, with no Queen out there, we'll be able to do this here. Well, the Queen is there, but it's at the back here, almost dead, so probably doesn't want to engage too much here, but he might not have a choice as he does take the Queen out, so very well done by SONTHEEVES at the other end. He did manage to fend this off here, and we do have the warp gate technology just finishing up there as well. Here comes some more dogs here. This guy is very persistent, as I can see here. Metabolic Boost is in gear here, as he does have the dogs with wings now, so they're going to get across the map there and see what kind of damage they can do to SONTHEEVES here. I am still actually trying to find my pen here, which is kind of pissing me off. There it is right there. All right. So we do see here Zealot count has made the count here, so we will give a check mark to the Zealots, my good man. Going for the mineral line, like I say, being very persistent here, being a pain in the arse more than anything at this point in time. SONTHEEVES has enough Zealots on the map here, and we'll have stalkers pretty soon here. So we'll be able to fend off any more of these little dog rushes here, but they're going to try and do what they can here. You know, they are taking away a lot of micro time and have pulled the probes off the line a few times here. There's the stalkers coming out. They'll be the ones that'll get rid of the dogs right out of this base here, and there they go right on cue. They are getting out of there. Of course, he did keep his hatchery down here, so that was very well done in the meantime. Spine car does go into the mineral line here. No creep spread as of yet there, and not the greatest map vision, but either way, he does have an Overlord over top of this expansion and an Overlord here, so he's not doing that bad. He does have a fairly decent map vision, just no creep spread yet. But like I say, we are early in the game, only 10 minutes in. Just about going to head towards the mid-game mark here. He's going to move that spine car to a more decent location here and see what he wants to do from there. It does look like Expo is going to happen for SONTHEEVES. So that is what SONTHEEVES is going to choose to do here, is get that Expo out here. More dogs coming out. And I do believe these dogs are going. So apparently he is still pursuing on this here. I'm not too sure why he hasn't given up on this here and started to tech up a little bit here, other than the fact he does have a roach warren, I guess. So he has done that at least, but I don't know if these dogs are going to be the best of moves here, but maybe he's just maintaining to try and figure out where exactly the Expo's out and how many Expos are on the map here. So it does end up fending that off. Of course, they walk out of there. It's promptly there. I don't know what just hit me there. All right, Roach Warren, of course, will sit there. No upgrades coming out of it here, so I'm not too sure if he's going to get into any sort of roaches aside from the few that he's got on the map here, or he might decide to go to Roach Hider, but he does have 3 on the map here. He is also supply blocked in the meantime, as SONTHEEVES did manage to knock down the Overlord that was sitting outside of his base here, and we'll start a little bit of a wall off, or at least get some cannons in there. Not too bad so far, my good man. If we take a look over here, he's still running on 3-gate technology. He has 2 gas. I guess I could also check off his stalker count there. Stalkers are checked off, my good man. And we have 2 sentries. 1 more. We'll check that off as well here. I'd have to imagine that's going to warp in pretty soon. To at least gateway units will be the quick ones he can get rid of here. And he will continue to probe up here. You see gas, he's running 3-3 now. So getting a very good gas count. Down the other end here, we do have a couple spine cars going down. Starting up the little bit of a turtle build for both these guys. They are going to macro up, which will be beneficial to SONTHEEVES in completing this challenge here. If we take a look at the unit count, we're sitting at 11 dogs, 6 roaches, to the 6 stalkers, 3 stalkers, 6 zealots, and 2 sentries here. Take a look at our APM tab. We are about 73, 271, so that's pretty standard gold, maybe a little bit less than what most gold is, but either way, that is quite fine here. Production tab shows us we do have some more roaches and probes coming out, and they are going to move across the map here, off the creep here, going across very, very slowly, but these dogs, they're sure as hell going at top speed here. They decide to go back here and say, come on, roaches, get down here. No, actually, they're retreating, full-on retreat here, as he did get basically a hallucinated phoenix at the other end here that was attacking his overlords. Not entirely sure why he was bringing a bunch of ground army back to fend that off. But either way there, I think it was picking up units there. There we go. There we are going to get these dogs across the map here. The dogs are going to go to work at the other end here for about 2.5 seconds when they realize that army is way too big. So they're going to go back to the base here. Continue to go back and forth here. Not too sure what he planned on doing at the other end there, but maybe realized the army was a little bit bigger than what he was anticipating. He has not got no layer technology coming out yet. Still working on the spawning pool and the roach warren as far as his tech buildings go here. Yeah, that's about it. They're just spitting some roaches out here. SONTHEEVES has decided to go with the double Stargate technology here. Very smart move there. Of course, we could tick the sentries off as well there. There we go. We have got every gateway unit except for, of course, the darkies out yet and the high templars. So we will have to await the count on those there. And we're going to move back out here. I don't know if he's serious this time. He's even going to move the queen out. Of course, the queen will take an hour to get over there. But either way, that is what he's going to do here. I don't know if it's going to work, but if he does get over to the third, then he could be a little bit of a pain in the arse. Probably knock that down fairly quickly with the amount of roach count he has there. Probably 3-shotted or whatever it'll take there. But I don't think he's going to get up the front ramp here, but he will try, I think, here. He does have everybody amassing out there. Of course, the queen all by herself there, very, very lonely. Here we go. He's going to try to get inside that base there. Does have a very good roach count, so might be a little bit of trouble for SONTHEEVES here. SONTHEEVES is trying to go to work on there. A little bit of good micro, but a couple good force fields will force the retreat there, so very well done with the force fields. And does bring in a couple more stalkers, try and support this army here. It's a very good Z-Lot count there, so that will definitely help him out here. Like I say, it would be nice if he came up here. Would be a pretty sick scout by him to knock that off there. And very good force fields, trapping a lot of those roaches here, so he might end up losing half that roach army. Might not be the best of choices that he made there to try and get in there. These roaches are going down very, very quickly here. Will might end up actually losing every one of them. He continues to pursue this here. And it does look like they have a queen now. They're pretty happy. They feel pretty supported now that the queen's out there, and they feel it's time to go. They're trying to lock the queen out there with the force field. Oracles are on the field as well. Here does have 2 oracles. We'll have to wait for a 3rd oracle before we can check that one off, obviously, here. But the queen is going to go to work as best it can, trying to knock down that mothership core. That's not going to work so well. Just too many units there to knock down the roach. He did have a few that were trying to come help him out, but they're actually going to end up retreating there. Does knock the queen down. The end queen had no chance of getting out of there. So, like I say, 2 oracles, still waiting on the 3rd. We'll keep an eye on it, make sure we don't miss that at all here. I'm sure he did complete it, but you never know. Got to babysit it just in case he's trying to pull fast one on the old tractor chute here. And does look like ground level 1 is coming up here with the ground shield as well. So, very good choice there. Robo facility, as you can see, was going down as well. A couple more gateways going down. And that will get him a nice count of buildings here for production here. Of course, the double Stargate. There's a couple Phoenixes coming out. There's the 3rd Oracle. So he is actually basing it on the 3-3 here because he does have 3 of each of those buildings. Don't think he intends on actually using them in the end to win. But you never know, just based on the fact he was only getting 3 of each. Here we go, trying to cannon off that 3rd here. Of course, I do not believe his opponent has scouted it, but his opponent, for some reason, has a very lonely roach here, and I would not want to be that roach at all. This is a sacrificial roach here, but might have caught that probe there. Very good. I think that probe might have been a bad thing there because he did end up finding it. Otherwise, I don't believe he knew the 3rd was sitting here. But, of course, now he does realize the 3rd is there, so he might actually try and knock down that 3rd here and force SONTHEEVES to force his army out of the base there. And there we go. We can tick off the oracles as well there. Oracles do have their count. Phoenixes have their count as well. We can knock them out of there too. Where did I put the Phoenix on the list? There's the Phoenixes. We will knock them out of there. So he's doing a decent job so far. Has ticked off 5 different units. And we do have this army looking to sneak in there. But, of course, with those cannons up there, that's going to be very frustrating. 3 cannons there, supported by 2 pylons there. Not too sure if this second, the 1 pylon supporting the furthest cannon. But either way, it doesn't really make a whole lot of difference, does it here? Pulling up our production tab, 12 more roaches. So he's really sticking to this roach-type build here. A couple more cannons is coming down for SONTHEEVES. If we take a look at the other end of the map here, I do imagine he will have layer technology out here, as it is coming out now. So layer technology, very good on the larva count as well. Still no extra buildings out here, so he is just going to stick to the Roach Hydra with no upgrades. Apparently does not believe in evil chambers. Unless, of course, I am missing the evil chambers here. No, we are not missing evil chambers. Just doesn't believe in them. Is amassing a fairly decent army in the middle here. Of course, SONTHEEVES is about even with them as far as the food count goes. But that is a lot of roaches to be dealing with here. These roaches are going to try and move their way in here. They're going to try and get through the front door. Should be able to 1 or 2 shot all these cannons. It gets them all up there right away. A few more transferring probes there. And here we go. He's going to go right to work on these cannons here. Actually might end up being about a 5 or a 6 shot if he didn't get them quite all up the ramp there. Tries to warp in a few centers here to at least force field this off, split this army up here. And the oracles, of course, will do quite a bit of damage to this ground army here. They do a ton of damage in the HOTS there. It's just freaking sickening sometimes the amount of damage oracles do. And there's the observer count as well there. I do believe that he has 3 observers. Yes, you do have 3 observers. We can check that one off as well here. Doing a decent job there, forcing that army out of here. Oracles doing their work here. Chasing down, do get 1 more kill. They will get back to their base here at the other end. Of course, with that being said there, pulling up the production tab, we have a spore crawler Still no tech building as of yet. So we'll soon find out what he's going to choose to do with that layer technology here. And he did continue to pursue it actually here with his oracles, so very well done there. And now they're going to fly way over here and relax for a little bit there, so very well done here. Did end up using the Envision here, so that will definitely help out if he wants to see any cloak or burrowed units, I guess. So fair enough there. And we will sit back and relax. Macro up on his third here. The hatch really needs to get laid down by our good man, Ali here, or good woman, Ali, whichever you may be. He definitely needs to start getting that third hatchery out. You can never let a Protoss be up a base on you, especially when you are Zerg, or you are going to get punished. And that might be what ends up happening here. Oracles are just scouting around the map here. Might as well use them for something there. I won't be surprised if he brings them in for a little bit of harassment in the background there. But, of course, with all those spore crawlers, that will definitely help with that here. And we are getting the roach upgrade with the roach burrow as well. So not doing too bad of a job, starting to get his upgrades now. Like I said, I don't believe he has any evil chambers out. No, still no evil chambers on the map here. A couple void rays have hit the field here, so he is at 2 for his void ray count. If we take a look here, imagine one more void ray is coming out. Void rays will be finishing up here for his 3. Of course, he's actually going pretty heavy on the void rays, so maybe that's the build he's choosing. Warp prism as well is coming down here, so that warp prism has 1 so far. We'll need 3 of them as well here for this count to work for him. Looking good so far. Might actually end up with 3 of each unit built and alive at one point in time, which will definitely help in his scoring. They're all going to sit at the Naga Tower and decide they're finally going to move out here, but there's just way too many air units at this point in time. I do not believe it's going to do him any good there. There's the void count. We can check that one off as well here. Very well done. And we will go to work again on these rocks here. Of course, they do scout that right away there. Phoenixes are even going to get in there. They do not pick anything up there, so they're going to sit back for a bit there. Does decide to continue shooting these rocks, trying to knock them down there, give him a lot more room to get up there and get a little bit more of a surround on his opponent. Does put up that Guardian Shield. Very smart move there. And he's going to try and fend this off here. Does have some voids here. I'm not entirely sure. The voids are all his air armies basically at the base here. Not too sure why he doesn't bring them down. They would be quite a big help here. But either way, these roaches are just going to melt these stalkers here. Definitely need to get that air army down here. Otherwise, he's going to be in a little bit of trouble, especially with those rocks going down there. And here we go. That warping will definitely help quite a bit here. Does cancel part of the warping there. Photon overcharge to help as well. I do believe he's probably just keeping the voids back just so his opponent doesn't realize that he has the voids on the map. 2 warp prisms are out now. Just needs 1 more to finish off that count. And here we go. Phoenix picked up a unit. Nobody over there shooting here. Stalkers do try and lead him in here, trying to at least use this photon overcharge. Might be forced to expose the voids here at some point in time. He is actually going to go for the main. There's 1 Tempest on the board here, so we can count 1 for the Tempest. 3 warp prisms have hit the map here, so he does have these warp prisms out as well here. And does force the army to leave here, especially when they seen that Tempest bullet come down there. That definitely probably didn't make them feel happy at all. Taking a look here, nothing else coming out. We'll need to get 2 more of those Tempests out, and then, of course, get 3 carriers out. This is a very mineral and gas-heavy challenge, I'm starting to realize here. But either way, Sun Thieves, you have met it. And like I said, I got 2 more people that have met this challenge as well. So very curious to see if they were all the same race or not. A little bit surprised we don't have the 3rd hatch out yet. That's a little bit surprising here. We do have the 4th going down for Sun Thieves, so he's going to be way up in the macro game here. Taking a look here, you can see it is 1,400, 900, and 700, 480. So very big advantage for Sun Thieves here. And I would have to imagine that these are both Tempests. Yes, they are. So we will see the 2nd and 3rd Tempest come out here. Phoenix is standing at the middle of the field here, keeping an eye on that. And there is 2 and 3. So Tempests have hit the field as well here. We can check that off. And he gets a 5th out. Why not? Your opponent's not doing much. Is that a 5th or a 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. That is a 5th here. Finally, the opponent gets the 3rd down really late on that 3rd at the 25-minute mark. But either way, better late than never. That's what I always say here. He did decide that he is going to go with a Spire. So it's finally teched up with the layer technology to choose Spire out of it. He's had layer for a little while. So a little bit late, but either way, I guess he figured that Roach build was going to win him the game. That didn't end up happening, so at least he switched out of it. He's going to try something else here. So we will sit back and relax here for a bit, as both these guys do look like they are going to macro up for a little bit. And other than that, I'm still not quite sure what the next Friday challenge is going to be. Like I say, it will be announced in the last video of the day. I have 3 that I got in my head here. So I will choose one of them. I'll sit down and figure it out there when I do the last video. And it should be an interesting one. It is. I do believe I might do a race-specific one. I'm on the fence with it here. So it might be race-specific, so it might benefit some of you, but not all of you. And here we go. The M0oO count of 17 has hit the field here. So he will have to figure out how he wants to handle this. 1 Immortal, 3 Darkies have hit the field. 3 High Templars have hit the field. So don't worry, I'm keeping an eye on it for you, Sun Thieves. I won't let you down. And there we go. Cannons are going to go to work here. I would imagine we're going to see a big warp in the Stalkers pretty darn quick here. Like I say, we will check these off while he sits here and beats down the peasants there. There we go. Not too shabby so far, my good man. Still missing some carriers though, but I have to imagine they will be coming out here pretty darn quick. Unless, of course, I'm missing them up top there. No, I am not. 3 Archons as well. I do see that on the field here. Tempest as well there. Of course, we got them earlier. And they do end up chasing them out. Phoenix are going to continue to harass him a bit there. Not too sure why he's not turning and shooting the Phoenixes. But apparently he likes getting his arms whooped by Phoenixes. Easily, these Phoenixes, of course, will definitely be able to move and shoot, which is very annoying for the good old mutas there. But either way, he did push him with the roaches at the same time. So very, very smart there. Push him with the roach. And he will push that all the way back here, but the air army finally comes in there. Warp Prism's even in there just to piss around there. That is quite funny. 1 Colossi has hit the field. Immortals have been done as well here, so very well done here. You're really getting that count up. We can go there and there. And the Immortals, the Warp Prisms. So we're really just basically missing the carriers at this point in time. And we are also missing, I thought I had 1 more unit on there, the Colossi as well there, unless of course he has 2 more. No, he just has the 1 there. So just need 2 more Colossi, 3 more carriers, and success will be yours as long as you can pull this win off. And based on the amount of Archons or the amount of roaches he has, it should be no problem if he doesn't want to go any anti-air unit. Of course, those 17 mutas you have, you definitely discourage that pretty darn quick there, as he did leave with them pretty quick and has not built any more since there. Look at that army. That is one sick-looking Sky Toss army. Plus, he's got the massive ground army as well here, so he's looking pretty darn good. I will say that. He is at 200 food, so he will have to sacrifice some units in order to support all this here. But we have decided to go with Corruptors, so there's a lot of Corruptors coming across here. They're all going to try and deal with that air army, but at the same time, that is one Skookum air army, so we'll be a lot of trouble here. Still a little bit surprised he has not started on the carriers as of yet here. And either way here, we will see the roaches move out with the Corruptors here. They're going to try and get down the map here. So there's not enough Corruptors, but either way, there's a ton of roaches to deal with the ground army here. And here we go. We are going to go to work. Is hallucinating a lot of units there just to scare his opponent. His opponent's not biting. No, he says, nope, that is horseshit. You do not have that many Colossi. So he still has the 1 Colossi still. So still will be awaiting on 2 of them here. And I don't think I've missed it, so if I did, I will definitely check the replay again here, but I do not see the other 2, and I have not seen 1 carrier on the field as of yet. He does have a lot of darkies, 11 darkies on the field here. There's a lot of probes here. They were down at the other end, just having a little bit of fun there, and does force the retreat there, so very well done getting them out of here. All those darkies doing that job here, and they burrow right there. I say, forget this, we're not running. We're just going to burrow. Not too sure what he's doing. I do believe these are sacrificial ones, so we can at least get some more units on the field here. And they will just go around here, probably walk into the opponent's main here. And still do not see anything coming out of his Stargates. Is getting that Colossi out there as well here, so that will give him 2 Colossi on the field here. We'll still need 1 more after that point here. But either way, the probes are going to sacrifice themselves. His opponent's probably wondering what the hell he's doing here. But either way, he's got to sacrifice something in order to get enough food count here to get those carriers out, especially. They'll eat a lot of his food here. And they do force a lot of them off the mining time. Might actually get a kill of a queen, or might have. He was very, very close. Will not end up happening. All these roaches will stay burrowed here for a little bit. And we will sit back while SONTHEEVES finishes up his build here. Of course, the 2nd Colossi still a little ways from being done, and then we'll need a 3rd after that. And here comes the carriers. 1, 2, 3 set up the build. Hopefully gets them all out in time here while he mines away on his 5 different bases to his opponent's 3. Now taking a look at the income count here, it is actually pretty even, but that's just due to the fact that SONTHEEVES had to waste some of his probes there. Aside from that, there doesn't look like anything else overly interesting happening other than the Spire still does not have hive technology, so it's not letting go anything there, but we'll bring a lot of burrowed roaches. This man really likes roaches running on the 0 upgrades. Not too sure why the 0 upgrades. As you can see, SONTHEEVES is riding on a 2-2 upgrade here. They're going to walk right past the roaches here. There they are, get off a few shots here, but that is a lot of roaches. But SONTHEEVES knows it's coming. SONTHEEVES has a very big air army. I really have no doubt he'll be able to fend it off with that air army. And there's the 3 Colossi. We could check them off as well here. Carriers, of course, they take eons to build here, so they'll be a little while before they get up here. These roaches are going to go to work here, but with the 0 upgrades, they're not going to do a whole heck of a lot, especially with that air army here. Here they go, coming into the 3rd here. They'll be able to knock this down very, very quickly with a few good micro shots here. Or no good micro shots. He'll just continue to shoot away here. Knock this down very easily. Doesn't look like SONTHEEVES is moving at all here. He's not even going to move to defend that. Does let that go down quite easily. But he has so much money and so much gas, he's not too concerned here because he did bring darkies in to clean all this up here. Did end up cleaning up that 3rd there, so very well done. TCHUTE, this is hard. Fuck, it is fun. SONTHEEVES bust my nuts. I will give you that, my good man. And of course, it does look like he did get 2 carriers on the field here, so very well done there. Just needs 1 more carrier, and he will need to get that ground army up here very, very quick. Or the air army, sorry, as that is a lot of roaches moving into his base here. Still needs to get 1 more carrier out in order to successfully do this here. He has a good computer, he says, or a good competition. I'm not too sure what he means there, but either way, there's the air army, and I have to imagine they're going to move forward here and really melt away this roach army here. That's a lot of air units that those roaches cannot deal with here. Darkies are just relaxing up here. I think SONTHEEVES are just waiting until he gets his 3-3 count up here. But the Corruptors are going to try to do a little work on the Templars here, but with that air army, they're going to melt them pretty darn quick here. Wow, look at that. They just go down very quickly here. So without any more Corruptors, those roaches will have to retreat out of there high and dry. And here we go. We are going to finish it up, and we can give you success based on a win, my good man. Let's see you get that win, as your unit count has been successfully established. If you read across the top there, he has them all live at once. So very well done. That is how you do it here. And here we go. We are going to work on his one of his 3 bases basically here, so we try and knock that down. But at the same time, he is almost at 200 food count, so I will have to imagine he is going to move out with his great big army for SONTHEEVES here. His opponent here is going back into mutas, has 6 mutas on the field here. I don't know, did he ever go to Hive technology? No, he's stuck with layer technology. Yep, so apparently did not find a use for Hive, but either way, his opponent's going to clean up all his bases here. But like I say, with that air army here, SONTHEEVES might be alright. Not too sure what he's planning on doing here. Probably building a lot of pylons here, I would have to imagine. No, not building anything. Apparently he's just relaxed and watching each one of his bases go down here. Very, very sickening. Brings the whole army here. That was a very good move by him here, with the mass recall coming over this nexus here. Of course, does have the vision there, so those buried roaches might want to get out of the ground here, and you can see that food count just dissipate. Wowzer, 160 to, we're basically down to 50 at this point in time. He says GG. SONTHEEVES, you have done it, my good man. Going across the top, we have 2 sentries so close. 3 phoenixes, 3 voids, 3 warp prism, 4 carriers, 3 stalkers, 3 colossi, 3 tempests, 3 archons, only 2 immortals. So basically he had 3. He did have 3 of everything at one point in time, but did lose a couple in the last engagement. SONTHEEVES, very good game. I will have my scoring for you at the end. My congrats to you, SONTHEEVES. My condolences to you, Ali. I will leave you with this. If you're using the H2B pencil, you fly on the WestJet Airlines only once a year. Make sure your phone line's long enough. Thanks so much for watching. You be good. Don't hurt nobody. Peace.